In the latest update from the Lively vs. Wayfarer saga, things just went from Hollywood drama to legal marathon. We're talking about a document dump so massive it makes a CVS receipt look like a sticky note. If you thought the tension between these parties was peaking, buckle up, because the pretrial prep just turned into a high-stakes game of digital Tetris. But why is a simple, one-week extension request making waves across the legal community? And what exactly is buried in those thousands of pages of evidence? Let's pull back the curtain on the most chaotic filing of 2026. In the legal world, there's a document called a model pretrial order. It tells the judge exactly how many witnesses are coming, which documents will be shown, and how long the whole circus is going to take. Most single plaintiff cases like this one show up to the party with about 50 to 100 exhibits. If things are really spicy, maybe they hit 400. But just after midnight on a recent Friday, Lively's counsel dropped a bombshell: 1,000 purported trial exhibits. That's not a trial folder. That's a library. To put that in perspective, you could read a different exhibit every single day for nearly 3 years and still have some left over. Wayfarer's legal team is essentially asking for more time because they're currently drowning in a sea of PDFs. Among those 1,000 items, Wayfarer claims there are at least 100 articles and social media posts that were never even mentioned during the discovery phase. Is this a brilliant legal strategy to overwhelm the opposition, or is it a sign that the evidence is more scattered than we thought? You won't believe how many people they plan to put on the stand to explain it all. 40 witnesses and a part-time job in court. If you thought the paper trail was long, wait until you see the guest list. Lively's side has listed over 40 trial witnesses. Now, if Wayfarer, which actually consists of 8 different parties, decides to match that energy, we're looking at roughly 80 people taking the stand. In a typical trial, a witness is up there for 1 to 2 hours. Do the math. 80 witnesses multiplied by 2 hours equals a very, very long time. We are looking at potentially 40 trial dates. Because courts in places like California and New York don't just give you their full undivided attention, they still have to handle criminal cases and other emergencies. A trial this size could easily stretch over 6 months to a year. Can you imagine being a juror on a case that lasts as long as a standard lease agreement? By the time the trial ends, you'll know the witnesses' life stories better than your own neighbors. If the trial is going to be this long, what exactly are the rules the jury has to follow? The 80-page cheat sheet for the jury. Once all the witnesses have spoken and all 1,000 photos have been shown, the jury gets a set of jury instructions. These are the yes or no questions they use to decide who wins. Usually these are straightforward. In the Lively case, the first draft is already over 80 pages long. The legal teams are fighting over every single word. Should we say the defendant intended to, or the defendant purposely did? These tiny linguistic battles are what decide million-dollar outcomes. Wayfarer's team is arguing that they shouldn't even be writing these instructions yet because they don't even know which claims are actually going to trial. There are dispositive motions, the let's just throw this out motions, that have been sitting with the judge since January. Everyone is waiting with bated breath to see if the judge will trim the fat off this case. Until then, both sides are forced to prepare for a mega trial that might not even need to happen. What do you think? Is Lively's team being thorough by listing 1,000 exhibits, or are they just trying to bury the opposition in paperwork? Would you be willing to sit on a jury for a year-long celebrity trial, or would you be looking for the nearest exit? Do you think the judge is waiting for a reason, or is the court simply as overwhelmed as the lawyers? Drop a comment below and share this with your fellow drama hounds. We're tracking every filing, every exhibit, and every witness. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the moment the judge finally breaks the silence.